And then if you'd like, you can come into a comfortable seated position. You can also begin lying down. Whatever feels right for you, we're going to start just by connecting to the breath. So maybe you want to have your feet on the ground, your back on the floor. Maybe you want to sit. So whatever really resonates with you, just connecting with our breath to begin our practice. And grounding into our own energy. I know that we're surrounded by love and acceptance. And happiest of New Year's to everyone. If it feels comfortable for you, you can bring your eyes gently closed, maybe the eyelashes resting on one another. If you're on your back, you can maybe place a hand on the heart and on the belly. If you're seated, you can do the same thing, or maybe just rest your hands. Or bring your hands to prayer. Maybe beginning to notice the breath entering the nostrils. And then leaving the body as you exhale. Inhaling, following the breath into the body, just noticing where it lands. And exhale. And just continuing with that breath. I'm going to share a line from Javi's that I sent in my email this week that I really feel like resonates kind of with what we're hoping for this new year. An awake heart is like a sky that pours light. An awake heart is like a sky that pours light. So maybe on your next inhale, drawing that inhale into your awake heart. And on your exhale, feel that light pouring forth from the heart. Inhale, breathing into that heart space. And exhale, filling the room that you're in, the space that you're in with light. Just continue breathing into the heart space. And pouring forth light. Maybe on your next breath, pausing after the inhale. Maybe exhaling a sigh. And then one more time, we'll inhale. Pause. And exhale, let the breath go. And now holding this space in our hearts, this light in our hearts. If you're lying down, maybe roll over to one side and press up to a seated position. And if you're in a seated position, just continue to hold that space in your heart. Feeling that light. And when we get to our seated position, opening the eyes, gently blinking them open, letting our eyes fill with light. And then pressing our thumb and our pinkies together, let's separate the index, middle, and ring fingers. This is our Padma Mudra, our Lotus Mudra. Holding it in front of our hearts, filling our palms, our hand, our mudra with light. Inhale. And exhale. And now inhale, lifting our hands together above the head, lifting that lotus mudra full of light. Now separate the hands and feel that light pouring forth into our space. Let the hands part and maybe lower down to the side all the way to the earth. And let's pause with our palms up to the sky, backs of the hand on the floor. That light shining upwards. And then we'll inhale, bring our hands above the head, finding our lotus mudra above the head again. So our thumb and pinkies touch. Our second, third, and fourth fingers are open. And then exhale, draw that into your heart space again, pausing in front of the heart. And then inhale, lifting it up to the sky. Yes, nice. Exhale, open out like a T, so the arms are at our side. Let's pause there. Palms shining, beaming up to the heavens. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And exhale, twist over to the right. We're just twisting gently. So maybe the right hand goes back, the left arm is forward. The gaze can be towards that left hand. Maybe the gaze is towards the right hand, but just paying attention and noticing what feels right in your body. Now exhale, bring the arms back, the shoulders over the hips. Yes, breathe in. Exhale, let's twist toward the left hand going back, the thumb kind of leading the way. The gaze can be towards that open right palm or towards the open left palm. And then exhale, bring the heart forward, arms out like a T. Yes. Now exhale, let's close our hands in a hug. So the left arm on the bottom, the right arm on the top. We can bring hands to the shoulders or the arms, whatever length our arms, whatever we can manage. Just giving ourselves a hug. Filling ourselves with light that we are pouring forth. Exhale, open, arms come out. Inhale. And then exhale, close the right arm on the bottom, this time left arm on top. Yes, giving ourselves a big hug. Maybe this time we kind of sway side to side. Maybe we move quickly or slowly. Kind of like when you haven't seen anybody for a while. That's how I hug my nephews. I hug them and I just hug them so tight, you guys, because I love them. Let's just love on ourselves. So excited to be here, right? And then find some stillness and open up. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh, let the hands come down. And pause, breathe in. And then last time, bring our arms up above the head, inhale. This time we'll exhale, we'll fold forward, bringing the hands down in front of us. And as we do, we might notice our sits bones kind of come up. And then we maybe roll onto the knees. And then making our way into tabletop, let's bring our knees underneath our hips. And we can either come onto our fists or on our hands. And if that doesn't feel so good on your knees, you can double up with a blanket or put a towel under your knees. We'll just be here for a couple breaths. We're going to bring those hips over to the right. Now glance over the right shoulder. Look at the hips. Then exhale, swing the hips to the left, look over that left shoulder. And just with your own pace, just swing the hips side to side as if you had a big brontosaurus tail. Kind of whip it around. Then over to the other side, moving with the breath. Glancing over the shoulder towards the hip. Maybe one more time each side. And now bringing our hips back to the middle and our heart parallel with the floor, our gaze between the thumbs. Let's breathe in. And now exhale, curl the toes under, lift the knees, come onto the balls of the feet, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog, hands into the floor. They can be wide or maybe they're shoulder distance, but finding the right space between the hands that feels good for your body. You can have the soles, or excuse me, the balls of the feet on the ground, but maybe the heels touch, maybe they don't. And then maybe you bend your knees one at a time. Moving slowly and with intention. Breathing in and out. And now let's glance up between the hands and then slowly walking our feet towards our hands. And as we do, we might come onto our fingertips and we might
Lift the hands off the ground as the feet come close to the top of the mat. And then bend the knees. Let's rise up. Maybe the arms come out to the side. Hands reaching up into the heavens. No rush to get there. Change the feet. Maybe they bring them wider or narrower together, but bring the thumbs and the pinkies to meet, the other fingers open. And we'll exhale, bring that lotus full of light into our heart space. And we'll pause, breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Let's inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Lifting the mudra high, then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hands come out to the side, then bend the knees, sweep it up. Gather that light pouring from our heart, bring it above the head, and then exhale, hands come in front of the heart space. Yes, inhale, lifting the lotus to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. And let's just do that at your own pace, just a few more times, sweeping that light up from the side, gathering it above the head, exhaling it into your heart space, and then folding forward your own pace, your own breath. Kind of however your energy feels today. Maybe you want to move quickly. If you've had a slow morning, if you had a quick morning, maybe try to move slow. Just balancing ourselves with some opposite energy, what we've been giving out all day to receive what we need to find that center as Cancer. Just a couple more sweeps and bows. Let's meet with our hands in front of our heart in our lotus mudra. Maybe press the thumb knuckles against the chest, feeling the beating of our hearts in our chest. Let's inhale. And exhale, open up the arms like a T. The palms shine forward, ground into that left foot. And now gently just step the right foot back. And then ground that heel. It can be as far back as you want. And then bend that front knee, coming into a little bit of a lunge. And once you've come into that lunge and you find that stability, maybe you see, oh, I can step back further, or oh, I want to bring my foot up. Maybe keep the heel lifted on that right foot. Now bring the arms above the head. And exhale, draw that lotus mudra in front of the heart. Breathing in and out. Inhale, bring it up. Now exhale, bring the arms out to the side. Let's hinge at the waist and hover the heart over that bent leg. Shining that light down towards the big toe. Breathe in. And then exhale, let's lift the shoulders, bring the hands above the head. And then bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale to ground into the right foot. Breathe in. Exhale, shifting the weight into that right foot, step the left foot back. Come onto the ball, that left foot, and then when you feel stable, maybe you bend that front leg just a little bit. Shoulders up, back, and down, hips over or underneath the shoulders. Hands in our lotus mudra. Inhale, bring the hands above the head. Exhale, hands are out like a T. Let's pause there. Feel that steadiness and that center in our crescent lunge. And then exhale, hinging at the waist, the heart parallel with that knee or that big toe, pouring forth light back to Mother Earth. Let's breathe in. And now this time, bring the hands down so the hands are on either side of that right leg. Bend the right knee just a little bit. Shift the weight into the right foot and then step the left foot forward. So the feet are side by side and sit down in chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then maybe you bring the hands to the heart space in lotus mudra or out like a T to gather in that light from the beautiful orb of the sun. Uttanasana. One more breath. Exhale. Now inhale, stand, gather that light above the head. And exhale, drawing it back into our heart space. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Uttanasana. Now bending that left knee, ground the left foot, step the right foot back. This time lower that right knee down, top of the foot to the earth. And then inhale, rise. Maybe the palms are wide apart, or maybe you find your mudra. That really feels good. But lowering down, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, breathe in. Exhale, hinge at the waist, reaching forward with the hands of the mudra to fold over that leg. And then back up, shoulders over hips. And then we'll exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. So kind of like we did with our folds and our rise earlier, let's just do that again. Your own breath, you come forward, and then you rise. Let that energy flow. Exhale to fold, and inhale to lengthen. Exhale and inhale, your own breath, your own pace. And then the next time you bring your arms up to point to the sky, pause there. Receiving a breath. Exhale, the thumb and the pinky come together and our hands come in front of the heart space. Breathe in. And on an out breath, release the hands. Maybe bring them down to the floor, finding blocks if you have them handy. Let's send our hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana. We'll straighten that front leg, the right hip over that right knee. You might need to move that knee back, maybe bring the heel forward. We're going to straighten our front leg, and then we'll surrender and bow over that extended leg. Breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Another breath in. And out. Just allowing this shape to be your own expression. Just like we all have different handwriting, we might write the same word, but it's going to look different. It's the same thing with our yogasana. Our poses are going to look different depending on us, right? And there's no judgment. There's no right or wrong. Let's exhale to bend that knee. We might need to bring that left foot back with our right knee forward, and we'll rise back up into low lunge. And now exhale, fold forward, bringing the hands on the inside of that left foot or to our blocks. And now we're just going to turn towards, that right foot comes back and that left foot turns towards that long edge, and then send the left leg long, the right knee underneath the hip. And then we'll inhale and rise into our gate pose. Bharadikasana. So the left leg reaches out, the right knee is down. Yeah, guys, nice. Let's exhale, bring the arms out. Inhale, draw them together, lotus mudra above the head, and then exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, the mudra flies up to the heavens. Exhale, arms out like a T. Now pause here, palms to the sky. Maybe you tilt that left foot so the toes go to the sky, the heel is down. Opening up that hip just a smidge. Maybe close the eyes. Tuning into your body and your energy. And we'll exhale, bring the hands to the sky as that left foot comes down. Breathe at the top, and then on an exhale, bring that mudra in front of the heart space. Now open up the arms like a T, and then sweep the hands right to those hips. Now from here, exhale to hinge forward at the hips. The heart is reaching towards the floor. And then bring the hands down or onto blocks and walk those hands forward and kind of melt the heart down for a variation of our puppy pose. So our left leg is out to the side and our arms come forward. And come onto the blocks, or you can bring your hands to the ground. But maybe that right hip is over that right knee and the heart reaching to the floor. Pouring forth light back to Mother Earth, back to Source. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale to glance between the blocks or between the hands, and then walk the hands or walk the blocks back towards that knee. And you'll notice that your shoulders are going to rise up over the hips. So rise up. And then with the hands and the hips, roll the shoulders up and back. Shine the heart forward. Give yourself a breath. And then from here, if you have your blocks, maybe you bring it out to the right side. And then we'll inhale to lift the arm up and over. And come into a gentle variation of Vashisthasana. Or Ardha Malasana, half garland pose. And let's exhale across the sky, left hand towards that long leg, right arm reaching up and over. Noticing a nice stretch in that side body. And with awareness, we'll go back over towards that right side. The hand can come to the block, or maybe it hovers over the earth. Left arm to the sky or over the ear. And then we'll exhale, float it through. Left arm down, right arm up and over. Breathe in. And exhale, sweep it across the sky. Let it hover over the earth or to a block. Nice job, guys. Really nice. Breathe in. And then exhale, rise back up, shoulders over hips, arms reaching short edge to short edge. Exhale, sigh, let it go. Bring the hands to the hips. And now we're going to just rotate that left foot, that right knee, and we're facing the front of our mat again, maybe, or at least you're in a low lunge and we'll lift the arms up to sky. Exhale, fold forward, frame that front foot, curl the toes under, lift the right knee. You can either step it forward and meet in standing, or maybe you step it back and you go into downward facing dog, and then you come to stand. Either way, we're gonna all meet together at the front of our mat in standing. However you get there, whatever journey and path you take, it's totally up to you. We're gonna meet together. Maybe hands in front of the heart space. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath in. Now exhale to ground into that right foot. Step the left foot back. Finding that crescent lunge. That left heel is lifted. That right knee is bent just slightly. Now open up like a T, inhale. And then exhale, lowering down on that left knee. Coming onto the top of that left foot, and then bring the hands down to the side, grounding the energy out through the fingertips down into the earth. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, float the arms up. And then exhale, maybe finding lotus mudra or finding prayer and drawing your hands to your heart. And inhale, let's sweep the arms out like a T again. Now this time, let's bring the hands towards the back of the mat. So the fingertips reach towards the back, like that left heel or the back. Notice the heart maybe opens just a little bit. And then we're gonna hinge forward, exhale. And then sweep the hands down as we inhale to rise. And this time as we fold and rise, we'll exhale, fold it forward and sweep the hands back, sending the fingertips back as if I were grabbing your hands and slightly opening those shoulders back. And then we'll inhale, rise. And then just at your own pace, surrendering and extending those hands back. And then rising up and reaching for that light, pouring from the sky down to fill your being. Moving with the breath, exhaling to fold. And inhaling as we reach up for that light. Nice job, guys. The next time you reach up towards that sky, pause there, breathe in. Exhale to settle into your body and check in with your energy, check in with your mind. Maybe close the eyes. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth to the sky. We call that smile asana. And then we'll exhale, hinge at the waist, heart parallel with the thigh, and then the arms reach back. And then bring the hands on either side of the foot. And then we'll send that right foot forward, the heel to the ground, and we'll come into our Ardha Hanumanasana, our half splits. And your blocks are always really handy for this one. You can bring them on either side of the leg and just surrender and bow over that extended long leg. Just allow yourself to be here in this moment. And be closing the eyes. And feeling the physical aspect of your awake heart beating in your chest. Maybe noticing that spiritual aspect of your awake heart in whatever way that it's speaking to you. And one more breath. Now exhale, let's begin to lift up off, from over the bow. And now we're going to bring that left foot towards the long edge and the right foot is going to come down to the earth. And now we're going to rise up, shoulders over the hips. And sometimes it's tricky when we're on Zoom, so if you need to rearrange yourself on your mat to face the screen or find yourself able to see, go ahead and do so. But that left knee is down, the right leg is out. Let's bring our arms above the head. And then draw our lotus mudra into our heart space. And let's do that again. Arms reach down and up and over, gathering that light. Oh, so beautiful, guys. Exhale down to the heart. Let's do that one more time. Down, around, and up. And exhale to the heart space, pausing here. Breathe in. And now exhale, open up like a T. With the palms of the sky, receiving that light. And exhale, bring the hands in front so the wrists are in line with the shoulders. And now let's fold forward first this time, coming onto those blocks or onto the floor with the hands, coming into our variation of puppy pose, the heart melting down, the hips reaching to the sky. Exhale. Sometimes it's nice here to bring the forearms to the blocks. So there's a lot of different ways that you can express this and that you can be present in this shape. Finding some surrender here. This is our anahatasana, our heart melting pose. So letting that awake heart melt into the earth. One more breath in. Exhale, let the breath go. Glance up between the blocks or between the hands. And then we'll slowly walk hands and or blocks back towards the knee, back towards center. Shoulders begin to rise over the hips. Let's extend out on an inhale. Exhale, let it go. We're here. Inhale. Exhale, that right hand comes down on that long leg. The left arm reaches up for sky. Let's give some special awareness to bringing that left shoulder back and the heart forward. Maybe the gaze is towards the foot, or the gaze can be up towards the ethers. Exhale. Let's float over to the other side. Right arm reaching up. You can bring a block on that side. Maybe the arm comes over the ear. Maybe it reaches up to sky, or maybe it comes to that hip. Send the shoulder back and the chest, heart forward. And then exhale, tick-tock through. And then your own pace, your own energy as your guide, just flowing back and forth. Letting yourself be exactly where you are and exactly how you are. Our awake hearts moving as one. That's all that matters. Now the next time that left hand comes towards that left bent leg, pause there. The right arm reaching for sky. And then we'll exhale, bring the arms back out like a T. Good, bring hands to the hips. You can bring that right knee in to meet the left. And now from here, maybe we just kind of tap the tops of the feet to the ground. You might want to come to tabletop and do that, but just get some awareness to the tops of those feet. And then up to you, maybe you come back to downward facing dog. Hips lifting to sky, getting off of those knees and onto the feet. Or maybe you want to come into wide-legged child's pose. You sit down in child's pose. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Maybe you're in puppy pose. Or maybe you come to standing and you're in mountain pose. But giving yourself a reset for 5 breaths. Feeling into that heart space. And just feeling into your own being as we cultivate this self-awareness as explorers of consciousness.
Now one more breath wherever you're at. And then from wherever you are, meeting and standing in a mountain pose at the front of the mat. So just like our journeys in life are unique, our journeys to mountain pose is also unique and particular to us and where we are in this moment. So when you get to your standing, maybe you need to do a few little hip rolls, or maybe you do some kidney slaps. These are all technical terms for our Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday classes at noon. We have our hula hoop hips, you can do that. Maybe you come onto the balls of the feet and then onto the heels, and the balls of the feet and the heels. And reach and stretch. And then we'll eventually find some stillness together in our mountain pose with hands at the heart, maybe finding lotus mudra. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go, filling yourself with light, filling yourself with hope. And now exhale, ground into that left foot. Slowly, gradually bring that right foot off the ground, maybe the knee coming up. So the foot kind of hovers. And now hinging forward, just like we did earlier in our low lunge, begin to send that right leg back, and that heart is parallel with the big toe, parallel with the floor. That right toe can come to the ground as a kickstand, just hinging forward. Maybe that right heel comes up, 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 up. And you reach through that heel and the leg is high or part way. But just give your heart some room to soar. Give yourself a moment to feel some balance. Now, wherever that right leg is, notice it. Bend your left knee, and now bring that right knee and that right foot forward to meet the left. And then we'll inhale to stand tall. Exhale to release the hands. Maybe sweep them out to the side with the palms to the sky this time. Bend that right foot. Grounding to the right foot, nice and strong. And then when you're ready, hinge, hinge, hinge with the heart. We're hinging at the waist with the heart's coming forward. That left foot sweeping across the mat. Maybe it stays down. Maybe you're out of the picture and you're finding a wall or a chair. But that left foot can come up as high as is right for you. Give yourself some space to soar and to be. And if you've got a bum ankle, maybe you're on both feet and you hinge forward. So give yourself the space to be where you need to be. And now let's gently bend that right knee, bring the left foot down. And then that left foot comes through, and beside the right foot, ground both feet this time, guys. Inhale to bring the arms above the head. Let's sit right down in our chair, Utkatasana. It can be really high, maybe it's a really low chair, right? There's lots of different chairs out there, so find a chair for you. Maybe close the eyes and feel yourself strong and centered. Yeah, nice job, guys. Breathe in. Exhale. Now inhale, straighten the legs. Breathe. Bring the hands up to sky. Come onto the balls of the feet, palm tree. Maybe open up the hands. Get those palm tree leaves out. And then exhale, lower down the heels. Keep the arms out. Inhale, come onto the toes, palm tree, talasana. If you can, bring the hands together in your lotus mudra above the head. And as you lower the hands to the heart, slowly lower those heels down. Maybe it's not so slow, maybe it's not so graceful, but that's okay. That's what life's all about. Lowering the hands to the heart, heels to the ground. Pause here, breathe in. Exhale, let the hands come to the side. And with that left foot grounded this time, we'll bend that right knee and just open up to the side with that knee, the toes to the ground. Yeah. Maybe bring hands to the hips, roll the shoulders up, back and down, shine the heart forward, lift up out of the hips. And maybe that right foot comes onto the calf. Maybe it stays like a kickstand on the floor. So calf or floor. Some people might want the foot on the thigh. Just don't press it against that knee. But find your expression of tree and be that tree
Grow your branches. Maybe you don't have any branches. Nice, guys. Find that center through the soles of your feet. Bring your awareness to that heart space. Feel your heart pouring forth light like a sky. Let's exhale to bring that knee into the middle and then lower the foot down. Maybe bring the arms down to the side, palms shine forward, same direction as your hips and your heart. Pause, close the eyes, breathe in. Inhale, reach the hands up above the head. Maybe the thumb and the pinky touch. The other fingers are open like that lotus. Exhale, ground into that right foot as you lower that right, or lower both hands to the heart. Bring the knee up, and then pivot that left knee open. And then at your own time, find your expression of truth. Nice job, guys. Breathing into your space. There's lots of trees in the forest. None of them look the same. Exhale, bring that knee to shine forward and then ground that foot. Let's lift our hands up to the sky. Good, exhale, bend the knees, bring the arms out to the side, hinge forward, go halfway, maybe bring the hands to interlace behind the back. And then as you drop that head down, the hands come towards the sky. If that's too much, just bring your hands to your hips. You're still gonna open up the chest. Maybe rock side to side. And now gently, if your hands are interlaced, release the interlace. And now bend the knees, sweep the hands up to sky. And then exhale, bring the arms out like a T again, interlace behind your back, maybe the thumb, opposite thumb is on top this time. If you can remember which one it was, bend the knees, fold it forward, bring the arms up behind the back. And then bend the knees, just let go of the hands, sweep them down to the side, and then rise up again. Exhale, hands come to the heart space. Inhale. Exhale, ground that left foot and step the right foot back, finding a nice crescent lunge. Maybe the feet are far, maybe they're close together. We'll inhale, reach the arms to sky. And now bring that right heel down. Maybe that means you bring the right foot forward. And then you lower that heel, straighten that front leg, and now reach for sky. Yes. Now bring the arms out like a T. And then sweep them forward. The palms are apart, like shoulder distance. Draw that left hand back towards the left shoulder. The right arm shines forward. This is our archer pose that we did on the 31st, honing in on what lies ahead. So like you were an archer getting ready to send an arrow out into the world, sending that light pouring forth from your heart. What's your aim? So feel that in your heart, feel it in your being. Ground into it by exhaling through the feet. And breathe in. And now exhale, twist towards the right. Looking over the other way. You can twist back as far as you want. And exhale, maybe you start to bring that hand forward again. Heart going in the same direction as that front foot. And then you can keep going and twist towards the other way, kind of twisting towards the left. You might not get very far on that side, and that's totally fine. And now exhale, bring everything forward, heart shining forward, that arrow aiming in the same direction as your heart. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring that left hand forward. Palms are now shining towards each other. Lift them to the sky. And then exhale, sweep them down, bend into that left knee, and let's rise and give our hearts room to soar again. That left foot can stay, or that right foot can stay down, or it can lift. Whatever expression of Virabhadrasana 3 is in your space today. Now exhale, bend that left knee. Now bring the right knee through and plant that right foot. And ground again. Inhale, reach the hands to sky. Exhale, ground into that right foot, step that left foot back. Find that crescent lunge, bend that front knee. And then maybe step that left foot forward so you can bring that heel down and straighten that front leg. Yes. Exhale, lower those hands so they're maybe shoulder distance, palms shine towards each other. And now we'll draw that right arm back, left hand forward. Breathe in. And whenever you're ready, exhale over towards the left. Sending out that light in the direction of that arrow where you're aiming. And then when you're ready, exhale, bringing it back through and maybe towards the right. And then exhale to bring it to shine forward, heart beaming forward that same direction as that left thumb. Inhale, extend the right arm. Exhale, open the hands wide. Maybe they're on your hips, maybe they're out like a T. Bend that front knee and then give your heart a chance to soar. The left toe on the ground, maybe the left leg is lifted. Nice job. Whenever you're ready, bring that left foot to meet the right. Any variation with the hands, maybe they reach up to the heavens or down towards the earth. Maybe they're at your heart center. Let's close our eyes. Soften our palm. Breathe in and breathe out. On your next out breath, bend the knees, let's hinge forward, heart goes forward, hands can go out or they can go down. And then slowly bring your hands to the earth, knees to the earth, making your way onto your back in whatever way makes sense to you. Kind of going right from standing to lying down. And when you get to your back, we're all going to get there at different times. When you get there, plant your feet on the ground, knees to the sky, back on the earth, palms to the sky, and pause. Let yourself feel into the space that you're in. Maybe you bring the soles of your feet together and the knees fall out wide. Maybe you hug your knees into the chest. Maybe you send your legs up to the sky. I know at least one of you is going to do this because it's one of your favorites. Maybe you find happy baby and hug those knees to the chest by grabbing the feet. Maybe you do all of them. I'm just checking in with what you need. Giving yourself permission to be self-aware. Giving yourself permission to give yourself what you truly need. Maybe that's Shavasana, so you can find that now if you're ready for Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, finding that Shavasana. Relaxing the palms of the hands. Relaxing the space between the toes. Relaxing that soft spot behind the ankle, between the ankle and the tendon. Relaxing the back of the neck, the cheeks and the jaw. Giving yourself rest. If your mind starts to wander, just gently bring it back, perhaps to a mantra such as Om, or maybe an affirmation such as I pour forth light. I pour forth light. And just resting in the light, pure awareness that you are. I pour forth light.
We might go just a couple minutes longer today. Started just a few minutes late, which is totally fine. If you have somewhere to be, it is 1:15. If not, just stay where you are. And bringing awareness maybe to your hands or your feet. Yeah. Maybe moving the tongue and the mouth to sweep the cheeks across the teeth. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side. And then gently pressing up to a seat. Maybe bringing hands to your heart space, or just resting in your lap, or the heart and the belly. Let's connect to our natural breath, maybe counting and inhale up to 4. And then letting the breath go. And then just letting ourselves be. Maybe connect with that awake heart that we are. Maybe pour forth the light that we are. Now we'll close with our Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. So we'll exhale, inhale, exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.